Welcome back to Hoochos. Today on Hoochos, we're going to build this. This is a modular 3D printed hydroponic system. Let's get to it. So to do this build, you'll need a drill, you'll need a hole saw kit to cut a hole in the top of your lid, or in my case, it's a 300mm grower's saucer because these saucers are a little bit more durable than the lids that come with these buckets, which is no lid for these buckets apparently. You'll need a bucket as your reservoir. You'll need a pump. Now this is the AP 550 by AquaPro. You can look up the specifications of this pump and then find a pump that's available to you in your area. You'll need some flex tube to marry your pump to your 3D printed hydroponic system. Now, to 3D print your hydroponic system, you will need a 3D printer. Now, this is the Ender 3 Pro. I did a fair bit of research and all of the Ender 3s are open source, which means that you can pretty much find any part for them through third parties, and they're extremely modifiable, as well as being very reliable. To download your 3D print files and to slice them in a program that allows the 3D printer to read those files, you'll need a computer of some kind with a micro SD card reader. We'll also need some 3D print filament. Now, PLA is biodegradable and is made from cornstarch. So if you want this system to last into the distant future, I'd actually recommend going with PETG, even though I've used PLA on this build. PETG is not as biodegradable as PLA, and it's a longer lasting plastic. Both of these filaments are food grade, so there's no worrying about contrarians. All right, first things first. Let's find the blueprint for the 3D printed hydroponic system that we're going to build. Okay, so to download the files that we need to print the hydroponic system, we're going to go to Thingiverse. I'll include a link in the description to this thing that we're going to print, and we're going to download all files. Okay, once the files are downloaded, we can have a look at the things that we've downloaded. So in the files within the download, we have a ton of STL files, and all of these files contain a different section of the modular hydroponic system that we're going to print. So I'll click on one and show you what I mean. So this is the three-way planting module. I'm actually going to print a slightly different version of this, but I would recommend printing this three-way planting module, as it's a more advanced version of my three-way planting module, and I actually used an archaic design that was an earlier version of this hydroponic system. So this one here is the version that I have printed, and as you can see, there's no internal structure, unlike this module, which has the internal structure which will allow the water to disperse evenly throughout the hydroponic system. So I've built this one. I would highly recommend building this one. It also has notches around the rims, which will allow you to slot in the planter designs which come with this hydroponic system's 3D files. So to print these modules, we're going to have to use a program to slice them to get them ready for the 3D printer. So this is Ultimaker Cura, and it will slice the 3D print files and allow us to translate them into a G-code file which the printer can then read and print from. So I'll just take my module file and drop it straight onto Cura, and we'll make sure that all of our settings are correct. Now on Thingiverse, it will have the correct settings that you will then input into this program. So I'm doing a standard quality print, which is 0.2. The infill is 20, and there is no support and no adhesion needed. So just make sure when you're setting up your print, you read the Thingiverse instructions and fill out the print settings appropriately. You'll also need to put in the model of your 3D printer into Cura when you first set it up, so that it applies the appropriate settings to the G-code file, which will allow your 3D printer to print appropriately. So now I'm going to slice this print. If you wanted to print more than one thing, you can do that. You just drag multiple objects onto the print bed, and then for smaller objects, you can print multiple net cups or whatever you want to print for this system. And you can lay them out on the bed and drag them around with this tool. So let's slice this. I can only do one for my bed size, so we'll slice it now. So this piece will take 20 hours and 4 minutes to make, and it's going to take 140 grams of my PLA filament. So I'll save that to a micro SD card, save to removable storage, and I can eject that straight from the program. We can now put that into our 3D printer, and it will print this module of the modular 3D printed hydroponic system. Okay, so we've got our sliced 3D file on our SD card. We'll just put that into our 3D printer. You right there, mate? And assuming that your bed's leveled and you've got your filament loaded and enough filament in your spool to make the entire 3D model that you want to print, we're ready to go. I'll link in the description a really good YouTube channel to help you set up your 3D printer. And that'll help you start your first 3D print. Thanks, Ragnar. Let's get to printing. Okay, now we can turn on our printer and start the process. I've already leveled this bed and the filament's loaded, so we can go ahead and print straight from our card, which is in the front of our printer, and print the module, which is the most recent G-code file. The bed will now heat, and the nozzle or the extruder will also heat up to temperature before starting the print. And after a fair amount of patience, what we have is this, a modular hydroponic system. Now, there are multiple parts to this hydroponic system. I've printed a cap, which just fits into the top of the feeder system. Now, this feeder system actually has a 13mm barbed piece at the bottom, which then allows water to feed up through the top and through this grate, which evenly distributes the water or nutrient solution throughout the 3-slot modular hydroponic sections. Now, these sections just fit into each other, and you can have them as little or as many as you like. Into these sections, our net cups will fit, and this is where we'll have either our Jiffy peat pellets or our net cups filled with some kind of soilless media. All right, let's get to mounting the system onto our reservoir. All right, so now we're going to drill out on our lid or our saucer a hole the size of the diameter of your printed modular hydroponic system. Now I actually don't have the perfect size hole saw to fit in all of the ridges, but I do have the perfect size hole saw to fit the lesser ridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the hole, and then I'm going to cut out notches so that I can actually slot this system in and lock it into place. Every time. All right, so it actually turns out that this nipple is 10 millimeters. So luckily I've got some 10 millimeter PVC hose lying around. It's not light proof, but it'll be inside the hydroponic system, so it shouldn't really matter. Let's get to assembling the hydroponic system. I'm gonna take my bottom one, and it should just twist into place. There we go. Look at that. Oh. That's pretty sturdy. Pretty happy with that. And on top of that, I just twist these into place. Look at that. Now we can connect up our pump. So to connect up our pump, I'm just going to connect this now 10 millimeter tubing, like so. And we can measure how long we need the hose to go down to a pump at the bottom. So I can cut that off about there. So now I can just feed that down through the middle of the system and screw it into place. Add on the cap. You can lean that over and connect up the pump. All right, now the pump's attached, we can fill it up with water and see how it runs. I'm just going to make a little cutout in the top of the bucket for the power cord. Nice. All right, let's plug it in and see how it goes. All right, so I'll take the cap off and I'll plug it in. That's cool. So it's a bit much with the cap off, but I can turn the pump down, that's at full. So if I turn that down, that'll be fine. But with the cap on, you don't even need to turn it down. I'll see if I can adjust the flow a little bit. I'll get it a little bit less. So as you can see in the hole, because of that grate, it gives it a nice even dispersal of water throughout the interior of the system. And on every hole, there's a waterfall, essentially, of water and what will be nutrient solution, which will splash down on the base of the net cup and allow the material in the net cup, whatever it is, to wick up and the roots to grow back down and down into the stream. And you would obviously have this on a timer so that it wasn't running, 24/7. You could probably have it as a continuous flow system, but I'd recommend incrementally running this system, and I'll let you know what I fall upon in the future when I do a time-lapse grow. So I'm just in the process of starting my own seeds in cocoa perlite and jiffy pellets, just to figure out which one works better in this system. And as you can see, the net cups fit perfectly into the holes in the hydroponic system. So these seedlings aren't quite ready yet, but once I get them to size, I'll do a time-lapse grow and I'll let you know how it grows. If you want to see that, subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button. and I'll see you next time on Hoochos.